In the opening chapters of Job, we encounter a fascinating scene in heaven where the sons of God present themselves before the Lord, and Satan comes among them. The relevant verses are Job 1 verse 6 and Job 2 verse 1. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them. Job 1 verse 6. Again there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them to present himself before the Lord. Job 2 verse 1. These verses introduce us to the concept of the sons of God, B'nai Elohim in Hebrew, a term that traditionally refers to angelic beings who serve God. The text doesn't describe the exact nature or status of these beings, but they are generally understood to be part of God's divine council, a sort of heavenly assembly that participates in God's governance of the universe. The presence of Satan among the sons of God is the first puzzle to consider. The Hebrew word for Satan here is ha-Satan, meaning the accuser or the adversary. This is not merely a personal name but a title describing his role. In the book of Job, Satan's task is to challenge the integrity of God's creation, particularly human beings like Job. But what does it mean that Satan is present among the sons of God? Does this imply that Satan is considered one of them, a son of God? To understand Satan's role, we need to first grasp what is meant by sons of God in this context. The phrase sons of God appears in other parts of the Old Testament, often with different connotations. In Genesis 6 verse 2, the sons of God are mentioned in a mysterious narrative involving the Nephilim. Here in Job, however, the sons of God are understood to be heavenly beings, possibly angels, who serve God and carry out his will. The concept of the divine council, where God presides over these heavenly beings, is a recurring theme in ancient Near Eastern literature and in the Bible, e.g., Psalm 82. These beings, as sons of God, are not literal children of God in the human sense but rather creatures who owe their existence and allegiance to God. The question then arises, is Satan one of these sons of God? And if so, what does that mean? In Christian theology, Satan is often understood as a fallen angel, a being created good but who rebelled against God. Isaiah 14 verses 12 to 15 and Ezekiel 28 verses 12 to 17 are passages often interpreted as describing the fall of a once glorious angel who became proud and sought to usurp God's authority, leading to his expulsion from heaven. If Satan was originally one of these heavenly beings, an angel, then it could be said that he was once a son of God, in the sense of being a created being who served God. However, his rebellion means that he no longer retains that status in a positive sense. Instead, he is now the adversary, the one who opposes God's will. In Job, Satan's role is not that of a beloved son but of a challenger. His purpose in the heavenly council is to accuse humanity, to test whether their faith is genuine or simply a response to divine blessings. In Job 1 verses 9 to 11, Satan suggests that Job's righteousness is superficial. Then Satan answered the Lord and said, "Does Job fear God for no reason? Have you not put a hedge around him and his house and all that he has on every side? You have blessed the work of his hands, and his possessions have increased in the land. But stretch out your hand and touch all that he has, and he will curse you to your face." Job 1 verses 9 to 11 ESV. God allows Satan to test Job, but with strict limits. This interaction highlights an important aspect of Satan's role. He is under God's authority. Even though Satan acts as an adversary, he cannot operate outside the boundaries that God sets. This further emphasizes that Satan, while powerful, is not autonomous. He is not an equal opponent to God but a subordinate creature whose actions are permitted only within the framework of God's sovereign will. The idea of sonship in the Bible is often associated with relationship, authority, and inheritance. Being a son of God implies a special status of favor and responsibility. Satan's rebellion represents a complete rejection of that relationship and authority. Thus, while he might have once been considered a son of God as part of the divine council, his rebellion has stripped him of that title in any meaningful positive sense. Satan's interaction with God in Job serves as a reminder of the mystery of divine justice and the complex nature of free will. Job's suffering instigated by Satan but allowed by God, raises deep questions about the purpose of trials and the nature of faith. Yet, throughout the book, it is clear that Satan, despite his role as accuser, remains under the ultimate authority of God. The book of Job presents Satan as a being who was once among the sons of God, in the sense of being part of God's created heavenly host. However, his role as the adversary and accuser in Job, combined with the broader biblical narrative of his rebellion, indicates that he no longer holds the status of a son in the relational covenantal sense that the term often conveys. Satan's presence in the divine council in Job is not an affirmation of his sonship but rather a demonstration of his role as the accuser, a role that, paradoxically, is permitted by God within the divine order. The mystery of Satan's identity and role in Job invites us to consider the broader themes of divine justice, the nature of evil, and the ultimate sovereignty of God over all his creation. Kindly click the video link up here to discover 15 Bible verses demons are afraid of and don't want you to know, or the link down here on 6 practical strategies to overcome lust and sexual temptations. God bless you.